Hello and welcome to another Minecraft tutorial. Today we will be talking about coordinates, events, and event handlers in regards to coding. Coordinates are important in coding because it's how we give direct and clear instructions within our code. So as you can see, as we move north, east, south, and west, we're changing the X and Z coordinates along the axis, as you can see in the very top left. As we move up and down within the world, we're also changing the Y coordinate that's in the middle from positive to negative. When we spawn into a world, we start at the world's origin point, which is 0, 0, 0, and as we move throughout the world, it moves based on our position. Coordinates can become important when telling our code where to build, and how tall to build. Minecraft uses blocks as a unit of measurement, so as you can see, this character is 2 blocks tall. It's important to note in Minecraft, the blocks, the ground level, or the first level of the grass, actually starts at 0. So from the ground up, it would be 0, 1, 2 in the Y position. Using this compass as a visual representation, we can see the positive and negative values change based on the direction that we travel within Minecraft. A few other important terms to know are the absolute world position, which is the position based on the distance from the world's origin point, so 0, 0, 0. It can be anywhere in the world, including deep underground, and you can see this by usually pressing F1. And also the relative player position, which is a position based on the distance from a player to an object or entity. It is usually denoted by a little tilde symbol before each of the 3 coordinates. Here we can see an example of this in our code to build a house using the builder. Before each of the coordinates, there's a tilde symbol, which means it's a relative player position that the builder will be building the house to. So in this case, it is 5 blocks north and 1 block down. This way, when the house is built, it will be built 1 block lower than the player, so on the ground, and 5 blocks north of the player, so right behind me. Check out the attached document for more information on coordinates, absolute world positions, and relative player positions. Events and event handlers are important to our code. An event is what's taking place, and the event handler is part of the computer program that runs when the event happens. So for example, it gets cold outside, so people put on a jacket. So let's open up the Minecraft code editor by pressing the letter C and look at the different types of events that are available. You can tell the events by their bookend shape. We can't actually put anything outside on the top or the bottom, only the inside, as denoted by the little puzzle shape in the middle. There are many different kinds of event blocks, including player-controlled ones, mob-controlled ones, and ones that act either forever or when pressing the start button in the bottom right. Whatever code we place inside each event block will be triggered based on the event that we chose. Let's go through some of these to see how they work. First, let's look at the start block. Any code we put inside, so for instance spawning an animal, will be activated once we press the start button. So I press start and a pig appears. Awesome. All right, let's see what happens when we move that over to our onChat command. Anything written in the onChat command, in this case, pig, will activate once we open up the chat window using T or return and write the word pig. This is handy because we can activate it as many times as we'd like by using the same command word. The onPlayerTraveled event runs the code when the current player travels in a certain way. So in this case, it's set to walk, as denoted by the little drop-down menu, and it will plant flowers as I walk. I have to also make sure that my player is firmly walking on the ground and not flying, otherwise it will not trigger. The onItemUsed event block runs the code when a particular item is used. So in this case, we're going to use an iron pickaxe to spawn a wolf. Every time that we use this pickaxe, the wolf will spawn. We just have to make sure to be using the right item. So let's grab the iron pickaxe and test it out. The next two we're going to look at are onPlayerDied and onAnimalKilled. onPlayerDied runs when the current player dies in the game, and onAnimalKilled runs when a certain kind of creature is killed. You can make a change from the animal to monster by dragging a new variable found under the mob tab. OnBlockPlaced and OnBlockBroken work in opposition to each other. OnBlockBroken runs when a certain type of block is mined or broken, and OnBlockPlaced runs a code when a certain type of block is placed. So here we're going to be using our coordinates with our relative player position to place a grass block, and on top of that, place a red block. Because of the coordinates I gave, every time I place a grass block in this direction, a red carpet block will appear above it. Let's try that with the OnBlockBroken. When we break a grass block, a polar bear should appear. Being familiar with coordinates and events can help us in our exploration of the code in the Minecraft world. Thank you for watching another tutorial, and see the included document for more information.